Marissa laugh too hard. We're going to say
No, yeah, don't make Marissa laugh too hard. Okay, noted. Otherwise she'll pass out. Okay, well, this is the first episode of the NextKaller Podcast. I'm your host, Karman. Today I have two of my beautiful, lovely lady friends here with me. So first we'll go around and introduce ourselves, and we'll say our preferred pronouns. So my name is Karman. My preferred pronouns are her and she. Marissa?
My name is Marissa, and I also go by her, she.
My name is Brianna, and I also go by the same thing.
You also call her Bri for short.
Yes, I like Bri. I don't like being called Brianna.
Yo, Bri, I was gonna say too, like, you know that one TikTok song's like, what's up, Lisa? What's up, Bri?
Whenever I hear that, I think of Bri.
I was gonna Bri too.
I play it just to hear my name.
No, literally, I'm like, oh shit, they're talking about Bri. And one of my favorite YouTubers, he was talking about he likes the name Brianna or Bri.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit, I know you, Bri.
A Brianna.
A Bri.
It's always pleasuring to hear people say they like my name.
No,
I
honestly,
like your
though, it suits you. Okay, I was talking to my sister the other day when she was doing my hair, and we were talking because she doesn't like her name. Her name's Kylisha, and she feels like it's too ghetto for her.
That's cute, though.
Right? But I was asking her, I was like, well, what other name would you name yourself? And honestly, I don't know if what other name I'd name myself.
I love my
That's a
middle
lot
name.
of pressure. I'm not very creative.
I know I want to keep the K because I like the K.
If you want to call me Taylor, we can do that too.
Oh,
I was like, where'd that come from? It's
Black Taylor.
Yeah. How old are you?
Because, like, I don't know if I could name myself another name. I feel like I'm so
That's
used to my own
complicated.
name, you know? And I asked her, too, I was like, well, if you don't like Kylisha, like, would you, like, go by, like, Kyle or, like, another name for Kai for short? And she's like, ew, no. I was like, well, then what would you name yourself then? But, anyways, we're going to do some Would You Rathers just to get you guys a little more acquainted with us. These are a little bit more rated R and for mature, so get ready. So the first one, thank you to BuzzFeed, we got these. Would you rather have an obvious orgasm every time you were close to a piece of fruit, or never have an orgasm again in your life?
Oh, fruit.
You just wouldn't be able to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I don't have fruit in my house anyways.
That's true. And Bri?
I'm choosing the fruit.
Honestly, I think fruit too. Actually, this reminds me, I don't know, a long time ago I was watching some show, I think like 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Yeah, one episode, I guess there's this like, I don't know, like syndrome, disease, or whatever, I don't know what it's called, this mental thing.
I heard that too much air gets trapped in your vagina. I see now in 1,000 Ways to Die.
Really?
She was using a cucumber.
See, I
saw that one.
The air got trapped. It's
and I
something
remember
like that.
like another episode, and it was this girl who had like this mental thing where like any time, like anything, like if she like were to like hold her phone and it vibrated or anything like any vibration that would touch her, it'd send her into an automatic orgasm.
I saw that one.
And I think her boyfriend would keep on like pranking her, like would like use his like toothbrush and like touch her arm, and then she like go into like a shock and start like orgasming.
That's
I think
scary.
she like
You're
I think
killer.
he did that to her, and like she was holding something and like she like hit him with it, and he like fell down the steps and like broke his neck or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Good
But
for her.
He
I
killed,
don't know.
she killed him. I was gonna say he could have gave her a heart attack.
No, literally. And then I that was the first time I heard about that. But then, like, years later, like, I remember watching something on TV, and there was another girl that had the same thing, but with hers, it would happen randomly. Like, she wouldn't know when. And she said the orgasm would last for, like, an hour sometimes.
That'd be
I'm
weird.
just
I wouldn't go out ever.
That's me
No,
if I
she
think about
couldn't.
any sexual experience.
Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, second one. Would you rather only be able to have sex in cars or only be able to have sex in the shower? I heard both are horrible.
The shower is too sweaty for me, so I said car.
Yeah.
We crack
I mean,
window, baby.
This depends on what kind of car,
I can't get
right?
arrested for having sex in the shower. In the
That's
car.
true.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, who says you gotta leave your house?
Oh, I'm wondering, but like out in the parking lot, you know, it's public.
There's like a million people
There's like
walking
kids
by.
passing by or something.
The lady next door is like, hey.
Yeah, like, hey, sorry.
Excuse me. Your lights are still on.
Okay, like even this car too, I can't even have sex at night because the headlights are automatic, so I can't turn them off.
Oh.
So
Go to
like,
the mountains, dude.
oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Then you have to worry about bears.
I remember, because I was like into cars at one period of my life, and I watched a show called Top Gear, but UK version. And they were like, they were giving like this review on the car, and they were like up in the mountains, and it was like really foggy. And the camera crew and then passed by a car that was sitting there, and like the couple aside were like having sex.
Tell them to mind their business.
I mean, they did, but like also the couple like saw the huge ass camera crew with them. They're like, oh shit.
I personally had an awkward experience down by City Park, and these people they were driving, and they were, you know, it's a dead end, but they were turning around, and of course they were looking at us, but they're acting like they're looking at the sunset. Like, get your ass on, you nosy bitch.
No, people be nosy, especially here. Okay, one last would you rather. Would you rather sleep once with someone you were embarrassed by, even though it turns out to be great sex, or sleep once with your celeb crush, but have it be the worst sex of your life?
Oh man, that's hard.
I'm getting the best sex of my life.
Wait, who's your celeb crush though?
Chris Brown.
Okay.
He might beat me up.
I don't know if I have
I'm gonna mind my business.
I don't know if I have a celebrity crush, honestly.
Mine's
I've had a
weird,
crush on that
and
man.
every time I tell people, they look at me really weird.
Well,
It's,
care to share?
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh.
He's like 80,000 years old.
That's okay, Marissa, because honestly, I just recently realized, like, I like intellectual ass people. So, like, if I were to grow up with Albert Einstein, I might have gave it up. I don't know. But, like, that's okay. I don't know,
Okay,
honestly.
Karman with Albert Einstein.
Because maybe I'd go with just with someone I'd be embarrassed by, because I don't really have the celebrity crush. So if I'm gonna have sex, it might as well be good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I would
choose
rather.
that too.
I would rather not see your body and get disappointed.
No, exactly.
Like,
But for this first episode, honestly, we're just going to talk about the current times, you know, during this pandemic. I know everyone's been feeling down. They've been feeling stressed. They don't know where life is going to go. We don't know when life's going to go back to normal. And honestly, yeah, I don't know. Like, during this whole entire time, like, I've had ups and downs because this whole, like, time in life of 2020, it really, I guess, affected me because after I finished my spring semester, I was supposed to go on a summer internship, but that didn't happen. And so I moved back home after I graduated college, and then here I am working at a Spirit Halloween store, which, of course, that wasn't in my plan after graduation. But it's just like, I don't know, the whole pandemic went on, like, put my life on hold. And honestly, I try to think about it in, like, the most positive way. I'm just like, you know what, maybe this was meant to be.
I feel like this was a big mental break for you.
Yeah.
Instead of jumping right into. I mean,
Exactly.
that would have been nice. You
I mean, it
know?
would have been nice, but also, like,
You don't know if you were gonna like it.
Yeah.
no, but, and then from what my professors told us, they basically said, like, when we enter in the industry, like, they didn't say it like this, but they basically said, like, we weren't shit. We were nothing. So, like, don't come in there thinking, like, we know everything and, like, we're hot shit, which, of course, you shouldn't.
Mhm.
But, like, they basically told us that, like, we're basically nothing. And that, like, what you see on, like, TV shows with the fashion industry being, like, shit and mean and rude, like, that's how it is.
Really?
And some of my friends who went on an internship said the same thing. And I'm just like, then fuck the industry. I don't want to do that. Even
Build your
our
own industry, bitch.
no, literally. Shit, like,
Right.
fuck that. Like, fuck the norm.
Mhm.
So, honestly, what I've realized is, like, I don't want to do norm. I don't want to do a 9-to-5 job or a 9-to-9 job. No. I want to make my own schedule, like, whatever I want to, do whatever I want, and work for my fucking self.
Every time I listen to you talk, I feel like I'm watching a TED Talk. And I just feel inspired.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Aw.
I guess, like, one thing this whole quarantine, like taught me, because I told Marissa and Bree, you guys, but I've on this spiritual journey. I've been seeing so many synchronicities, and, like, I've been really trying to, like, tap into, like, my own power and whatnot. And I feel like this whole quarantine period has really taught me a lot about myself, because now we can't really go anywhere mostly, so you're mostly stuck inside the house with yourself, so you might as well get to know yourself. But I haven't taken up any new hobbies besides, like, learning tarot or, like, with crystals, like, witchy stuff.
Which is fun. That's a fun hobby. That's
It
you.
is. I actually bought a tarot deck at Spirit Halloween the other day, and I was, like, checking it out. It's completely different than what I thought, because, like, the box didn't have pictures of what the cards look like at all, so I was just taking a gamble. It's, like, kind of like Halloween theme. Like, every card has, like, a mythical, like, creature or person on
That's
it.
cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
But what have you guys, I guess, learned about quarantine? Any new hobbies or anything like that? Your
Karman.
mindset? What's been going on?
There's no living up to what you just said. There's no...
I
It's not
want to
competing with
say
that.
something. Like, my kid has, like, before I was going to school and how to set schedule every day, was living by literally, this is going to happen next, this is going to happen next, and then tomorrow is going to repeat. And being quarantined, stuck in the house, because I'm a mom, being stuck in the house with your 1-year-old, it's like an eye-opener, because, like, you have
She's
to
already
live.
won. Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like you have to live in your day. You can't think about tomorrow. You can't think about what happened yesterday.
It's all about the present.
It's all about the present. And like spending that time with her now is like making me realize that like staying home is like the best thing. Like being quarantined is like the best thing. Not going out is like the best thing.
No, honestly though.
I love telling people like I can't come out. I'm like worried about this pandemic.
Like, the only thing like I like going out is like getting dressed up to go out, but actually being out in public makes me really tired.
Yeah, weird, dude. Everyone's mean.
No one has fucking manners anymore. No. They don't have to excuse me or anything. They'll just like run into you and they'll just keep on pushing like nothing happened.
Also with the new mask thing, people see you wearing a mask and they're like, really? She's wearing a mask?
See, some people they're like, oh gosh, she's wearing a mask, while other people we don't. They're like, why?
Literally, my mom went to Walmart and she was wearing a mask, and I guess these two teenagers came up to her and was like, oh, she's one of those people.
Even when the masks are obsolete, they say no more masks. I'm still wearing my mask.
I'm still wearing my mask.
They're trying us out. Like we are guinea pigs.
No, honestly, I love wearing masks too because like I like talking to myself.
Yeah.
People don't know I'm talking to myself.
I think masks are very fashionable. I think they're cute.
Well,
like some have the sequin
you
ones.
dress
in
up
Asia, especially in like Japan and whatnot, that's been
They wear
normalized
masks
to wear
all the
masks. Like that's normal there.
And you know, actually, before COVID, people haven't realized how germy they've been living.
No, literally.
I would watch a movie and then people would be talking in a big crowd. I'm like, ugh, gross.
6 feet apart, like we're social distancing.
I was watching some movie and like drinking out of water fountains or like people being in like a large crowd. I'm like, ugh, what? Or like even going to like the public pool. I'm like, oh
no,
germs. Or like back in the day, I used to like share, like people used to share their ABC
drink?
gum or even their drinks and like waters with each other. And now I'm like, no, unless like I know you, because I don't know, if y'all were thirsty, I'd be like, here, like I wouldn't care, even though like
Karman
I probably
should.
But like I don't know, like I've been more like aware, and like as soon as I get home, I have this urge, like I have to wash my hands, and my hands feel like dry and dirty, and like I have to wash my hands.
I have to wash my hands, and I have to sanitize my phone before I do anything.
See, okay, I need to do that because I'm just not realizing like your phone touches
another
a
thing
lot.
is I like always have to sit the keys on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
I hate sitting them down on the table because then I have a tendency. I have to pick the keys up, wipe the table, and then go wash my hands because I touched the keys because I was outside at the store. You know,
it's a lot of work, dude. My hands been dry.
I get like a phobia
I got hip lotion,
that I bring COVID home with me. So I like
literally. Also, like I don't. Well, I want to get tested. I don't think I've had it, but like in December, I got really sick. I never get sick, and I went to the urgent care because my mom thought I had strep throat, and they're like, "No, it's not strep. You're good." I'm like, "Well, what the fuck is it?" And then I felt bad because I kind of got my roommate sick, and he went to Japan too, and he said like he had such a horrible hay fever. He doesn't remember like the first day he was there.
It's always like whenever me and like the neighbor and William and everything, when we got sick, I got sick. You know, like my body bounced back. So I was like, it's the flu. They got like deathly sick to where I had to take William to the hospital, and it was just like he tested negative for the flu. But I was like, I don't remember even having like a severe sickness like that. I don't remember clearly what happened. So like,
see, I heard like that could be a symptom of like Karman too. Like I don't know, there's many symptoms.
Yeah,
but, like it's just
I rarely
crazy
get
to think.
sick. I did get
Exactly,
tested though because there was an outbreak where I worked. I hated it so much. I swear to God, she poked my brain.
Well, no, I heard.
I've seen somebody puncture someone's
I
brain.
saw that too, and I was like,
oh, see, no. Can't they like do it another way? Oh.
And I had the kid test too, so it was shorter, I guess. And it wasn't the adult test. She was like, I'm going to use the kid test on you because, like, we're out of the adult test. I was like, okay, that's fine. She stuck it all the way up my nose, and I was like,
but like, what's the difference between us? That's what gets me. Like, y'all test for the flu the same way. You guys test for, like, tuberculosis the same way.
I don't know.
You test for every other sickness the same way, but coronavirus.
I'm not a doctor.
I've been seeing places where they test your cheek, they do your, you know, like,
yeah,
they'll
there's so
stick
many
it as
different
far up
ways.
your nose, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know either. But all I know is, well, I don't know. See, that's another thing too, because like I was like thinking like, well, I don't even know where to even start. First off, several things. Number one, well, since I've been like on like my spiritual journey and whatnot, like I followed this tarot reader on YouTube, and she was talking about how like, well, of course, like with the Rona and like politics and secrets coming out and all this racial and social injustice like coming out and coming forth and whatnot, she's like, it makes sense. 2020 is clear vision. It's seeing perfectly. So this year, 2020, everything that's in the dark is coming to light. You were seeing everything now. And I was like, whoa, that's freaking insane.
Now they're trying to get us to stay in the house, focus on COVID-19, focus on the presidential race.
Yeah.
They're trying to focus our interest into one thing, so that they can go ahead and fix their problems and issues in the
I
background.
never thought about it like that.
Me neither. So when she said that, and I was like, oh, like that makes so much sense. Like everything's coming out. Like
everything.
It's like there's a death here, a celebrity secret
There's
here,
a new
a
fucking thing
here.
every month.
No, literally.
Like the Epstein thing, the whole Trump thing, the whole
Ellen
COVID.
DeGeneres.
Alan. I said Alan.
Oh, she got
Ellen.
she got her show back, but now the new producer is Twitch, the one who's been DJing on the show.
Oh,
Magic Mike.
really?
He's the new producer of the show,
Oh,
but it still
shit.
has Ellen's name on it.
See,
I
like,
never really watched Alan.
me
Me
neither.
neither.
But like
No.
my grandma loved her, and so I'm wondering what my grandma would say now.
Yeah.
You know, but like there's just so many things coming to light, and then like if it's not one thing, it's another. There's fires in California, fires here. There's just always so much going on, and like I know people are ready for 2021, but the chances are like things might not go back to normal until like either 2022 or things might get back to normal slowly, like by this time around next year.
You know what I was thinking? The beginning of the year feels like 2 years ago. Like, remember when we were scared of like World War III?
That was like the trending thing was World War
and like
III.
Australia on fire and the Notre
Can we talk about how they put like all of the like 2005 to 2016 movies back on Netflix?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
it looks like it's like we're rewinding time.
No,
like,
literally.
as
Oh,
we're-
don't say
we're-
that.
Have
I'm
you
gonna
all
think about that later.
seen-
Like,
I
one
think there's a
bed.
movie called Contagion.
Yes.
I've seen that.
That's exact, dude.
It's
exactly.
crazy how like
I
I
mean,
mean
too similar.
it's
Dude,
too similar. Yeah.
How they have the tents set up for the testing that they did was blowing my
And they
mind.
found out that like it came from like a bat or some shit at the very end.
Yeah.
And that was like the rumor for Corona. It's just weird. It's just
it's too
so weird.
It's too weird how they base
Too much to
movies
think
off of
about.
real life events like
Speaking of like another thing that's too weird and too similar, have y'all ever? Because my mom, she has a TikTok now, and like I don't know who the fuck she be following on her For You page. She always finds all these different controversies and like
Sounds conspircy TikTok.
yeah, and all like conspiracy. No, literally, that's all she'll see. But
Mom
like,
is curious.
there's this one
She's
channel.
woke, dude.
No, literally though. There's this one channel who were talking about The Simpsons and how like so many episodes of The Simpsons have
Oh, I've
predicted.
seen that.
Now that Trump has COVID, I mean, maybe he might actually end up in that casket on that episode.
Maybe, but also, do you really think? I don't know. That's
I
also
think
another
it's just a
thing.
coincidence. I think it's just a
It's
coincidence.
kind of a coincidence.
Same.
But like, it's just weird.
I
But it's
don't
just
know.
like,
some of the shit I see, I'm like, oh,
no, literally though.
maybe they are time travelers.
Yeah, who knows? But
But,
it's
like,
just like
who-
weird.
But if you're gonna
Who
time
the
travel,
fuck-
why put it in a show?
Exactly. Who the fuck thought of Trump? Like, who did that? Why did
Especially
they just
back
take
then,
him
I
out?
never heard
The
of
whole
it.
scene where he's like walking down the escalator,
Yeah.
what's it called? What are the
Escalators.
yeah.
You're
moving
right,
s-
you're right.
The moving stairs.
The mobile stairs.
And the whole scene, like in the background, one of the people in The Simpsons, like they dropped their sign, and that happened in real life.
Like, it's weird.
It's weird.
Weird. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get like too much into politics or whatnot.
No.
But like, I feel like nowadays you kind of are forced to, because like,
Yeah.
you know, the election's
With the election coming up, yeah.
and then like, oh my god, and like
It's like
how
their life
everyone's
is
like.
based off it
People
now.
getting their rights taken
No,
away.
literally, people getting their rights taken away, or like people like getting evicted because they don't have a job. A lot of people are still
It's hard not to talk
unemployed.
about it when it affects you so much.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
literally,
Yeah.
because like, you know, a lot of people, like some people get employment, some people still haven't like heard back from employment because like some people have filed, and it's hard not to. So that's why, like, especially with like social media, like I used to, like I was telling you earlier, I used to be on Twitter all the time, and it got very political, which is good that people are like finally trying
Sometimes
to,
you
like,
just need a break, though.
sometimes
Yeah.
you need a break. Sometimes it gets way too negative. Or something.
It's mentally draining, especially when you're like strongly opinionated on it,
Yeah.
and like it's just like you don't understand.
You
and
get
I'm
too
trying to-
angry.
it's like I'm
Oh,
trying
literally,
to make you
yeah.
understand, and you're not gonna understand until I beat the shit out of you and make you understand.
Aggressive.
Well, honestly, well, that's more than what most people do, because
Yeah.
most people wouldn't even be about that life of like, all right, meet up with me. I'm
Exactly,
gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
You vote for that person? Okay.
All right.
Come at me. Like, I don't know. It's hard not to hear about politics nowadays, or to hear about the pandemic, or like hear about something, because that's all that life has become, and it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't hear anything else except like scandals and politics.
It's always
and
scandals.
Now it's
the
not
disease.
surprising. Before it used to be like, oh my god, what? But now it's not surprising.
No,
Like,
it's
what
not.
else are you gonna throw at us?
Literally.
I know.
It's just have a meteor and a dinosaur
draining.
come back.
But also, I guess a plus side is that, like, especially when the quarantine first happened, a lot of people were forced to stay inside. So, like, a lot of people learn new hobbies, learn how to bake, how to cook, like yoga, working out, knitting, like, or they finally got back to the projects they always wanted to but didn't have the time to.
I'm trying to do a crack diet.
Oh my god.
Smoking weed and working out.
You're halfway there.
Yeah, you're getting there. Shit. But it's just like, I guess, I don't know, because I've mostly been like I'm mostly a realistic person with a sprinkle of pessimism. So, like, I'm trying to look at it as like well, yeah, this happens, but, like, look at the bright side. Like, a lot of people get to spend more time with their family more because they didn't have enough time to before. They get to learn about themselves more and whatnot.
Do things they've always wanted to.
Exactly.
It's good for people with social anxiety.
No, it really is.
Like,
now they really don't have to go anywhere.
I get to stay inside.
I got a good job,
fuck you, bitches.
but, like, I didn't even expect. Like, Ross, I expected way less than what I got. Like, like, literally working by yourself in, like, a quiet, confined space. That was nice. Because I don't have to talk to people. You know?
No, see, okay.
They need more jobs like that.
No, that's why I can't wait. I can't wait for one day to work for myself because,
Me
like,
too.
I don't hate people.
I don't like
Actually,
working
no.
for people.
Yeah.
I like working for people, and I'm actually taking that back. Like if I just think about people, like, retrospectively as a collective, I don't like people.
Oh yeah, they're dumb. No
so,
offense
like,
to you guys.
Yeah, you guys are great.
I love you guys.
Yeah, you guys are great. It's just like, you know, people in general are just so stupid, or like they're too naive. They believe everything that they've been told or whatnot or whatever. And also, like, I don't know, people just suck sometimes. So I just cannot wait till we're like going outside is a choice. You know?
Yes.
Especially like if I'm still here, like in Colorado, where like it still snows during the winter, but I don't have to go out to work and I can stay at home. I like the winter more, so I don't like going outside.
I just thought of a high ass thought, but like, what if it was like we were quarantined and it was certain days of the week that certain people got to come out?
Is that segregation?
Dude, I'm like thinking about it now. Like,
is that a movie?
They're gonna make a movie about this soon because I'm saying this.
Didn't they make a movie like that?
But like, is like
No, I don't know.
by your last name or something, you get to come outside.
It
Monday,
was like what
Tuesday,
happened to Monday
Thursday.
or something.
Yeah. I watched that because like it was like
He had like a bunch of kids and he named them like Monday,
like 7
Tuesday.
girls. Yeah,
They
were
got
by
to go
different.
on there each day.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that, like,
Well,
and then what if we all had separate days? So like we
my
could
God,
see each
Thursdays,
other.
though.
I'd Zoom y'all or something. So you
Fuck
choose
that.
I don't know. No, I take
Well,
it back. I choose Friday.
Well,
I think
No, I feel
Thursday.
like everyone's gonna choose Friday, so I choose
Monday.
Thursday.
Nobody likes
Oh.
Monday.
Actually,
Yeah, you're
that's
gonna be alone
true.
outside, dude.
I'll do Monday or Tuesday just because.
Wow,
like,
you're not gonna.
well, yeah,
not
because
Thursday
like,
with me?
I want to stay inside on Sundays. I love being at home on Sundays.
Too many people are gonna be out on the weekends, so I'm like,
Exactly. So that's why, like, Monday or Tuesday, everybody does not fuck with Mondays. So that's why, like, that's a good one. Or Tuesday.
or Thursday.
I mean, maybe.
That's my
No, okay, that's too close to Friday.
that's my mom. That's my mom's drinking day. So
Thursday. Oh yeah, okay, Wednesday.
Honestly, Monday through Wednesday, I think would be like a good. But then again, what if most people think that they're like, no,
Like everyone's gonna go out on the weekend, so no one goes out on the weekend. They go.
Exactly.
No, I don't feel like. You think people would think that? You put too much. You give them too much credit.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe, I guess, yeah, probably.
we have issues because we're really thinking about this. Like,
Like it's gonna happen.
They're about to make this
I
effective
call
tomorrow.
Wednesday. I call Wednesday.
We can't have the same day. We need
Yo,
to make
but
this up.
y'all acting like we could choose. What if we can't choose? Shit.
That's true.
That's
I just
sad.
keep my fingers crossed. Hope I get Wednesday.
I'm dead.
Watch my ass get Thursday.
Hopefully we can all go outside together.
Yeah, oh. But, like, is there any, like, new hobbies you guys have taken up during this whole quarantine time?
I've gotten
Eating.
better.
Just kidding.
Oh my god. Relatable.
I almost cried. What you mean?
That's not new though.
You be
Like,
cooking? Like, you-
no, I don't cook.
Oh.
I don't cook. I'm terrible at cooking. I wish I can cook, but
Why don't you learn?
Okay, so every time I cook
No,
for my
that pasta,
boyfriend,
though.
that pasta though, all I have to do is make the noodles.
You're not
Sure.
convinced me you don't know how to cook because you gotta chop some
Okay.
cheese.
But
You
also,
gotta
you make
fry.
it, baby.
I know.
Oh, damn.
I know. I'm
You can
ashamed. I
whip
can
it
make
up.
Spanish rice. That's
Girl,
how
I can make
Whatever.
that shit.
I
know, it's not
guarantee
that
you,
impressive.
if Kai come home right now, he'll tap that ass and she'll get in this kitchen and whip it up.
Okay.
You need to learn how to do that
No.
tamale so you can hook a bitch up.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Facts. I know. Sorry, Marissa's cat is just on the floor on her back with her paws up, and it's so freaking cute.
She's like, look at me, bitch.
Oh my god.
Look how cute I am. You want attention.
Oh my god, I just want to like...
You touch her belly, she's gonna attack you.
Does she like her belly being rubbed?
She does, but she likes to bite people too. She's a little bitch. Sometimes.
I'll look at her from afar, you know. There's like some like cute people that you're like, I'll look from afar, but I'm not gonna touch.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, I can't cook. So every time I try it, I'm like, okay, let me try this whole cooking thing. Let me be a housewife, I guess. And then I gag a little, and then I try cooking something. Every time I cook something for my boyfriend, he has something to say about it.
Really?
Like, okay, he's not like a terrible person. It's just he like jokes, but I know he's being serious.
Aww.
Because one time when I lived with my roommate, he would come over. I made him eggs for breakfast.
How do you fuck up eggs?
He watches Chef Ramsay. He has a standard.
Oh,
he has high standards.
That's boosh.
Baby, it's all about the pan.
I made eggs. I made basic scrambled eggs. Like, there's no fucking up that. He looked in the pot. He said, "Who made this?" I was like, "My roommate did." I was kidding. And then one time I made baked chicken and rice. I just had to put it in a dish. That's all I did. Put it in a dish. Put the rice in. Whatever. I put it in the oven. Yeah. Came out. The chicken was overcooked and the rice was undercooked. And we already waited like 2 hours for it.
Damn.
And he was like, the chicken's kind of dry. But he appreciated it. He tried to eat
chicken
it.
is hard to get moist. Brie, you did a good job on that chicken.
That was good. I was impressed. I love chicken.
It's all about citrus, dude.
Man.
You gotta...
Alright.
But he wants me to cook for him more, but I...
Well, okay, question for you. Yeah. Do you know how to bake?
Like cupcakes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I made a cake for like a while ago.
Okay, Marissa can cook.
No, it came out perfect. Okay, so I stabbed the middle like you're supposed to, right?
Yeah.
And the fork came out clean, so I took it out of the oven, and like I tried to take it out of the pan. The sides were not cooked. So like I tried to flip it, and I like pounded on the bottom.
You dropped your cake.
The middle came out, and the sides were stuck, and I was like, oh,
your cake dropped.
Oh my God. Marissa.
That's why they tell you not to stop around in the kitchen because your cake gonna sink.
Yep.
But that's what it does. It rises like it's done, but the middle is still gooey, so it just seems.
Like I want to learn how to cook and stuff.
Well, you should. I mean, you can start with something simple like spaghetti. You know.
I can make a mean spaghetti.
All right. We like mom spaghetti.
I don't like tomato sauce though. I don't like marinara or whatever.
Oh my god. Okay.
I use olive oil. I put a lot of red crushed pepper on it.
Okay. I like red pepper.
Because I love spicy. So I use spicy sausage and I like make garlic bread and a salad.
Spicy sausage.
I have this friend up in Fort Collins and she actually makes her own spaghetti sauce.
Oh, I love spaghetti sauce.
Good. I'm just like, damn, but it takes a while.
That'll be a good project too. You should
learn how to make.
You should just start like learning how to pickle stuff or make
pickle
stuff to put in jars. Like, I mean, like if you don't like cooking, you can.
I'm too scared of messing it up, so I don't even try.
That's fair. Well, I had a friend who I used to live with, and she knew how, like, she could cook, but she could not bake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even like, you know, if she went to the store and bought like one of those Betty Crocker like just cake mixes and make it, somehow like it would come out like fucked up.
I got blessed, dude.
Well, like, literally, you always make good ass food.
I can't say that we're black because this Mexican bitch over here.
Bitch.
It's hard.
You should
know. It's breaking my heart because like I don't know how to help. Like I don't like my tips. I don't have no tips. Like,
well, okay. Yo, okay. Speaking of tips and cooking, like it wasn't until my white friends up in Fort Collins actually taught me how use because they use timers and shit, you know, whenever they cook.
That's a hard one to accept.
We don't do that shit. So like when I came back home with my mom, I was like, because she would boil noodles and she just boil it for however long.
They time their noodles?
Yeah.
I just take a noodle out and like
that's what we used to do.
It.
Okay, that's what we used to do. But now I've gotten used to using timers. So I'll look at the back of the box and it says like 8 to 10 minutes. I'll do 9. And then once 9 goes off, then I'll test it. Because before I'd be like, it's been like about 6 minutes. Let me test it or whatnot. Or like even like if I'm baking something, like usually I'm gonna give it like 15 minutes and I like look at the time to do it myself. I never actually use the damn timer on the oven. I actually learned that up in Fort Collins for college, and I actually learned how to use a dishwasher because a bitch did not know how to use a dishwasher. I was my own dishwasher. Okay?
Hand washing dishes is the worst.
See, I do it just because it's instant.
I love it.
I'm lazy. I can't do that.
I love hand washing dishes, but I gotten accustomed to the
Because
dishwasher.
then I stand too close to the sink and my little tummy gets wet and I'm itchy
see,
after that. And I'm like,
and then after your shirt gets wet, then you clean the whole house and you take a shower.
Because your hands are all like all pruny and like.
See, the only
like,
thing
gross.
with like putting in the dishwasher is like me myself. I don't use a lot of dishes by myself, so I'm like I might as well just like hand wash my own dishes.
Because
I don't use a lot.
any day.
It take me a full week until I can actually like run the dishwasher. So I don't use a lot of dishes. And then plus when I live with my roommates, like that was like the number one thing is like we would try to clean up in the kitchen because that's a common area. And, you know, I wouldn't want to come home to a sink full of dirty dishes and no one did. So that's why I always cleaned up after myself. Because, like, it was like a respect thing.
Yeah.
So
well, if I had roommate, I did that with my roommate, too. Sometimes we were both lazy, and we just let dishes pile out until one of us just did it.
I'm like Molly the maid at my house. But I always clean the kitchen before I go to bed, so.
Yeah, that's always good, though. That's a good habit to get into.
Cleaning before bed?
Like, honestly, like, because, like, at my last place I lived at when I had roommates, they would always stay over their boyfriend/girlfriend's place, so I was like alone for like months on end, and it was the greatest thing ever. Yeah. So then I'd maybe leave like a dish or two in the sink for a couple days, and then I'd get to it. But
Karman, you rebel.
I know.
She's such a bad girl.
I know. Sorry.
That plate in the sink. That was Karman.
That was me. I know that one singular plate. But I don't know, it was just like a respect thing. Plus, like, I didn't clean up after them. I only cleaned up after myself. So like.
I wouldn't clean after.
They didn't expect me to do their dishes because like I wouldn't want to. Like I know like growing up in elementary school, you know, your teacher told you like, you know, like help each other pick up after each other, you know.
No thanks.
Nah.
Worry about your damn self.
My parents always had this thing where this is why I'm always like cleaning because they've always like if you see it, take initiative. Like you see it, you know, do it. Don't complain about it, not do it. You know. That was like so driven into me that now I just like every time I see a mess I'm just like I'll do it, you know.
See, that's good though.
But no, that's not.
Oh, I mean, like I don't know.
Everybody else sits on their ass and they're like, Bria, do it.
Oh, so now they expect you to do it. Okay. Well, see, that's where it goes.
That's what you get for being too nice.
Being too cleanly over there. Mm-hmm. Mama Brie.
My kid
Mama Brie.
Oh, that's why I tell people like don't leave that because she'll eat it. I'll have to clean out her shit later.
I feel like that's why I eat out a lot.
Okay, I used to until I realized just how expensive and how much money go down the drain.
Because after I buy food, I'd be like, maybe I should like buy groceries.
Or like I'd buy food and then like I'm hungry later and I buy takeout again. And
I'll think of a meal and I'm like that could have been like good money towards that meal that I could have made.
Yeah.
But you made me realize that like spending money because when you told me that it's more expensive eating out than eating at home, I was like, that's really true.
No, it really is. Cause like when I first like actually started making my own money and like got my first whip, you know, I'd be whipping it or whatever. I would like Taco Bell or like wherever to eat, and then like cause I budget myself, maybe I give myself like a $200 to $300 like a month to spend on like whatever, you know, and I realized like. By the end of like 2 weeks, most of it was gone. And I was like, where the fuck did it go? And then I looked at my bank statements, like $5 here, $5 there, $5 there, $5 there. Like,
$5? Where are you eating?
Dude, it was like
Taco Bell,
$5, $6, you know, like
Taco Bell or whatever, you know, like somewhere like cheap. I always like I always go out to eat.
Used to save my ass, like the food app.
Oh, the deals they have, like it's like a free French fry when you buy it.
I didn't think about that. See, I paid full for everything.
I always
Karman, we get it. You have money.
A bitch works.
So I get combos everywhere I go.
No, literally though. And then like I'm like, oh, it's only like $5. Oh, it's only $10, you know, here and there. And that's not gonna add up. But then later on, you're like, damn, that actually fucking adds up, dude. So like, I only learned until like when I moved out to Fort Collins for college, the importance of cooking, because like especially since I only cooked for myself. I'd make like maybe like there's this dish I learned called dirty rice. Ooh. And it's like rice with your choice of meat. I usually do beef, and then I also chop up bell peppers, different bell peppers, and put it in there. And that would last me a whole week. Ooh. Just myself.
That's good.
Oh, I put some corn up in it too. That shit was good. And like
a whole week. You should try it with chicken. That's really good.
See, yeah, I was like thinking about trying like different like meats too. But like I'd pay like $5 for all the ingredients, and that would last me a week. I'm like, damn, that's worth it. But like now, ever since I'm home, like my mom, she likes to eat out every now and then. So now I got back into that habit. Not all the time. If we eat out like one day, the next day we'd have to cook something.
I always don't know what to eat out. Like someone in my house be like, hey, what do you want me to eat? I'm like, I don't know.
I never
sit there
know.
for 10 minutes going,
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you getting? And I'm like, that don't sound good.
See, no.
Fun fact, I actually, because like I never ate Chipotle before until now.
It's so good.
So
It's good.
Like the chicken and rice.
And like it looks healthy. So like
And rice, I'm like, I got my protein, I got my wheat,
I got my brown rice, I got my steak,
my veggies.
I got my lettuce, I got extra lettuce,
Exactly.
extra green. I'm doing good.
Right? That's how I feel about Subway too. Cause like, got your grains, got your
It's a
veggies,
whole
got
loaf
your
of bread
meat.
though.
It's a whole loaf. But I love carbs. I love bread so much.
I love carbs. That's the hardest thing to get off of.
I know.
Carbs. Sometimes I just sit there and eat like French bread.
It's
so
good
That's
though.
Mm.
Honestly, I was going to bring those garlic knots today,
Oh.
but I was like, let me not because like I could hardly chew shit right now. But
I forgot how's your mouth feeling?
actually not bad. So for you guys listening, ever since I moved back home, I've been hitting up my dentist and shit. So I've been having appointments after appointments.
Getting that dentistry.
Yeah, getting that dentistry, you know. Cause actually, yeah, fun fact. Because I just got my braces off like 2 years ago, and because I got braces, I think when I was 18, I had them off for like 2+ years, almost 3. So I got them off about 2 years ago, and I stayed with the same dentist at my hometown because he's great. So I didn't have dentist work for 2 years, so I know it's bad. You're supposed to have a checkup at least every year and whatnot.
What?
So when I got back, so when I got back, I had chipped my left wisdom tooth bad to the point where like sometimes if food hit it, it would hurt.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, I gotta get that taken out. So I did. Then he did a checkup, and my right wisdom tooth was turning into like a really bad cavity. And he's like, I can feel it. We're gonna take it out. I'm like, just take it out. People take out their wisdom teeth anyways. So he took that one out. And then I had a cleaning, and then today I had one of my cavities. I guess the filling inside broke, so he just put some more filling in, and that's it. I don't have to go back till March for another like normal cleaning. But your bitch has been a good dentist patient. I've been flossing and shit. Cause I know that sounds like bad, but like I used to
They
think,
sent your floss to the group chat, and I was like,
yeah.
You have really outstanding teeth, though.
You
Like,
do,
they're
don't
so
you?
white.
Actually, I just realized too, 'cause, like, well, if it wasn't for me, I would have never gotten braces because like they were never recommended to me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like my front row bottom teeth were getting really crooked, and I wanted to fix it, so I did. And also, my teeth were a lot smaller in the front. Actually, my orthodontist, my first orthodontist, he actually lasered my gums in the front. He's like, he's like, he's like, it's for a cosmetic thing because he's like, your teeth are really small, and I recommend like you just get your gums lasered to like show off more teeth. So it looks like more proportionate with like your mouth and your face, and so I did, and like
I want that. My teeth are tiny.
I'm just now looking at your teeth. Marissa.
Don't look at them.
You have a lot.
A lot of teeth.
Yeah, you have a lot. Cause when I had braces, they took out 4.
More than the normal amount.
You do have a lot of teeth.
I'm looking at you
Like
she got.
I'm counting them right now.
They do. When you get braces,
I have my wisdom teeth on all 4. Like they're
It's-
half.
but I
I just have the
realized-
bottom ones now.
I realize it's not until you get braces that they are concerned about your crowding. Because you'll go
Exactly.
for cleaning, and if they can get their little drill in between each teeth and their floss in between each teeth, they'll tell you have great spacing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not until they have an issue with cleaning your teeth that they'll tell you you have issue with spacing.
Okay.
I had
But
braces for
with-
like 3 years.
So braces, that's when they
See?
really tell you, like
Yeah,
more.
because like my dentist, like he recommended I take out my wisdom teeth, but he said it wasn't required. He said it's hard to keep them clean. But when I went to my orthodontist to like get like he wanted my teeth as straight as possible. He wanted me to have the most perfect smile as possible, and he's like, well. With the amount of teeth you have, I guess this is normal. I didn't know, but like a lot of people who have braces and like they have too many teeth, like overcrowding, for like a perfect straight smile, they actually get 4 teeth removed. It's because I think you have two sets of like canines or whatever,
That's what
and you get those 4 taken out.
Annie had on her 2 top.
Yeah,
She just had those removed. And
I
then
didn't know that
I'm
was
sure too,
normal.
Karman.
realigned her too.
You have cute teeth.
Thank you.
Right?
It's been years, y'all. It's been years.
Okay.
I was looking at old ass pictures and like, oh my god.
I remember you with braces. That was cute as fuck.
Right? I had braces, and then like before I got my gums lasered, I was looking at old picture and I was like, wow, like this is science right here.
I remember Subway days, and like it took Karman a little while longer to eat because of her braces, and I was
Hold on.
Yeah, no, and then like sometimes like the hooks on the top would get my top lip like stuck on it.
The
be
brackets
taking
in
off
the
her
back would
bands.
break, and they would like cut my cheek.
Oof.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, my dad and Annie have braces, and they would constantly have wax because like stuff would be poking them.
Yeah.
I like playing with that wax though. I wouldn't actually use it for anything.
Weirdo. Honestly, I think the worst part about having braces was like when they did the mold with that like that gooey shit that like turns hard after
It would make
a while.
me gag, dude.
Cause like you can feel it. Oh, it's weird. I think that was the worst part. But like I don't know. I'm grateful I actually like did get braces. Looking back on it, cause like, at first I was pissed. I thought I'd only have to get bottom braces cause like I just wanted the bottom teeth straight. But like that's not how it works. But I didn't know that like people with braces, they normally do get 4 teeth taken out in the front since like you have an extra like set of teeth up here that you don't need. So that's like normal. Because when they told me that, I was like freaking out. And then when I was asking my other friends who had braces, they're like, yeah, no, that's fine.
They took yours out?
I've been telling people
Did they take mine out?
They have big ass mouths.
I don't know.
Oh,
Don't look at my teeth.
Speaking of teeth. Okay, so like for Halloween, I was thinking like if I were to like dress up or do anything, I still have like vampire teeth that I bought last year that I didn't use, so I might be like a vampire or whatnot.
Okay.
I want to see what I look like with fangs, and then maybe one day if I have money, I would like want to get like fangs, not like full on really sharp ones, just like faint small ones.
I would love to see
I don't know why. Like that's
It's weird
like,
seeing people like that. I love it.
support
It's
it.
cute.
No.
I'm just like,
No, because
just-
like,
is that natural?
the mysterious.
Some are
me,
actually.
I'm like, you're a vampire, aren't you?
It's kind of hot.
natural.
Low-key.
You a vampire.
Okay, were
You're
y'all
natural.
Edward or
Edward. 100%. Like, I don't.
What's the other one I forgot?
Can we hear the other option, please?
Edward or Jacob? I was Jacob.
Edward.
I
just like smart men. I just like it.
Well, no,
Okay, well,
He was like mysterious.
I'm more attracted
and,
to like
quiet.
vampires
You
than
have your
werewolves.
Edward,
but-
dude.
I know. Oh my goodness.
But like, I think vampires are more hot than werewolves. But like,
Yeah, we-
look wise, I was like Jacob all the way.
Uh,
But like, I don't know, vampires are low key kind of hot. I don't know.
he was just so mysterious and quiet, and like his little. I don't know.
I think
wasn't.
kind
I
of my
wasn't
type.
the.
I don't know.
I wasn't the biggest Twilight fan, but like.
Me neither. But my sister would read the books, and she would drag us all to go see the movies.
That's
every
how
time
I
it
got
came
dragged
out.
into Twilight, the book.
Same. So like now I know everything about it, even though it's been years, so I kind of forgot most of the story. But
Yeah,
like,
same.
yeah, my sister was so into it, so like we had to be into it a little bit.
It was popping at that time.
It was, yo. After like Twilight came out, then that's when I saw so many like werewolf and vampires movies like resurrect again, and like so many like Teen
It
Wolf
was
and
like,
all
where
that.
was
shit.
I at when this was out? Like, was I blind?
I know, but like I don't know. Some of that shit is actually low key a little hot. Not gonna lie, especially
Vampire stuff?
vampires.
Yeah.
Vampires are kind of hot. Like I'm like, yeah, suck my
Vampire.
blood, but like,
I don't know. There's something about vampires.
right?
Werewolves?
We're okay.
No thanks.
I think what I like about vampires, so I think it kind of ties into my type is like I like kind of like e-boy-esque, like dark, mysterious, like kind of bad boy, but kind of not. Like he like maybe someone has like their walls put up, but like it makes you want to like just to try to get like their walls down more, you know? Like you're trying to figure them out, but they're like no. Like,
Messia
I'm
has
not
a
close
friend
to
who
people.
gives me that vibe.
Who?
His name is Messia.
Oh, okay.
His name is Reese, but he gives me like that tough guy. But then he's like, when he let down his wall for a little bit, he was like super playful. Like you tell.
See,
like,
that's what I
they
want.
were, like,
I think
they were all into like they're all into anime stuff. But he was
I
like,
love
you know,
anime.
like when they started talking about it, and then he realized like, oh, 2 girls are in the room. Like he just got quiet, and then he was like, I'm going back to sleep.
Really?
But he was like, giving you. I'm like, no, I want to know more.
Right?
Like,
See,
was
it brings you in.
Yeah.
You're like, who are
Yeah.
you?
You
I
acted
know.
like that, but like, but he just turned 21, and I was like, that's you're quite interesting.
Interesting.
You know?
See, that's kind of hot
He's a
though.
black boy, you know,
Yeah.
and it's well, what African Americans make it out to be. It's like weird to be like interested in other things
Besides their own culture. And
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Actually.
But
I
that's
know.
like that makes me more attracted to a guy than anything. So
No, honestly, because
you're interested in other things.
they're into what they're into and
Yeah.
they'll own it. See, I don't want to like go into like another thing, so I feel like we'll talk about it another
Right, that'll
day.
get too deep.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
That's gonna be 3 hours
I'll
long.
save that topic for another day. Cause I
Write it down.
No, I actually had on my phone. It's like finding yourself and like your aesthetic and your personality, your individuality.
Oh, it's hard.
I'll save that for another episode because that's already a whole.
I have a lot to say about that.
Yes.
I'm dead. We got a lot to say about that. But going back to what you said too, another thing I did a lot during quarantine, especially when I moved back home after graduating, was I actually like binge watched a lot of animes I've been meaning to watch for these past years that I haven't watched because I'm a weeb. Yes,
I have a list of recommendations that Marissa keeps giving me.
I want to be into anime, but I can't bring myself to watch it.
That's fair. Well, once you do, especially when you find like one that's like really good, because like there's so many that like story wise is so fucking good.
Death Note was my first.
Yeah.
You both are into anime.
I'm sorry.
I got a whole ass list
I love
on my
it.
phone, yo.
I love it, but I didn't see that coming from you.
Well, my man, like Marissa, like every time we would go over and hang out, that's what he would be watching. But it was so interesting because I was like, I want to know more. Like, this is
I'm
like,
trying to see you
like
watching
a
like
show.
Criminal Minds or something.
I don't have a lot that
I know you don't really like talk about it either.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't know.
Okay,
But like
Bree.
it's literally like a show. Like it has a storyline. It has a plot. It has
Literally. It's
twists,
just it's just animated. Yeah, that's the only difference. And it depends. So some shows you could
They're
watch
hot,
English
too.
dub
Like,
or you could do sub. Yo, I have tunophilia like crazy, baby. 2D boys will always be hush.
Sometimes I watch that.
My
porn,
face
not
right
gonna
now. I did not know it.
Y'all can see Marissa's face right now.
What does that even mean?
Like growing
That just
up,
sounded
like,
wrong.
I had a crush on Ash from Pokemon.
Me too.
From Sasuke,
Oh my God.
Sasuke
Just
from
like-
Naruto. Like
Like
I
the
had a crush on
animated
like
guys, like-
anime
But
guys.
to be honest, I also had a crush on Misty.
I had a crush on Jessica Rabbit. Like, it's all good. It's all good. But like, that's another thing I've been doing is well, I was watching anime, but then what happened was like, since nothing was going on at the time for me, I started like reading fan fiction and like getting in my
God.
head and like being in this dream state constantly and just imagining like if my life was an
That's the
anime and
best.
shit like that.
You watch a lot of. You read a fanfic?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the only books I read, really.
Being
I love fanfic where like you're in it, yeah.
This is like your name.
Yeah.
I used to I think it was in like middle school, like later in middle school.
Time makes sense.
I would read Ghost Adventures fanfic, and it was the weirdest shit I've ever. Nothing else. That
I
was
feel
weird.
like
At
it's
least you
nice
tried
to like be able to put yourself in that own reality, like your own reality.
Exactly.
And, like get away. I feel like that's like cool.
Right, because like especially like nowadays, I was trying not to give myself so much flack for it because I'm like, Karman, like with everything going on in the real world, it's okay to like it's okay to step back and be in your own fantasy world because everything right now
I
is
used to
kind
give
of fucked.
myself shit for that. I'm like, you're dwelling
Right?
too much and like
No, literally, I'm too in la la
Another
land.
reality,
No,
like,
literally.
this ain't
I'd
real.
rather be there, dude.
No, honestly, especially right now.
If we're living in a
Yeah,
simulation,
especially
can
right
you
now.
put me there than here?
Don't even get me started on that.
I know, but
I will lose myself
maybe
in
we'll
that.
do another. Maybe do like a philosophical like.
I remember as a
episode.
kid, this is how I knew that I was super woke because as a kid, literally, I would have thoughts to myself that we are nothing. There is nothing.
Me.
There
every
is
day.
nothing beyond us.
Okay,
There is nothing beyond Earth. We are nothing. And
Okay,
then if
you
you
wanna
think
know what I
about
think?
nothingness, you
Literally.
get freaked the fuck out, and then you're like,
well, I don't see when I thought about that when I was a kid too. I'm like, does this have meaning? But then, like later on, I was like thinking, I'm just like, well, like even if there is no meaning, maybe we get to make our own.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know,
Sometimes
what-
that thought makes me feel better though. Like I'll
Yeah.
be overthinking something, like a situation or like what I want to do, and I'm like, nothing matters. We're literally nothing.
no, literally,
Like we're one little planet in like
in
trillions of
Exactly.
planets.
which like some people go the opposite route and they're like, we're nothing. This doesn't matter. Like life sucks. Like I just want to die or some dark shit like that. But like me, I was like that at first. I was like, damn, like. Do we like does this mean nothing? But like, what's the point? And I'm like, maybe we get to make our own point. We get to like give ourselves our own meaning. You know?
that's why I used to think, I'm like, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing. I used to freak myself out behind that, and I'm like, but I am that something that has to make something out of nothing.
Whoa!
Sweet.
Oh my God.
She gonna make it cry.
That's the next level shit, yo.
But I was like, I used to freak myself out. Like, I don't know. I was like fucking 13, dude, crying because there was nothing beyond like me and the nothingness of human existence. Like, whenever I used to think that far, it's just like blank.
See, I was thinking that for a little bit, especially with like the now times and how like everything I feel like is just mostly like there's still a lot more like positivity in the world, but like I don't know, like in the news and everything, it's just all negative. And then like it makes me think. So I'm just like, isn't it crazy how things are the way they are right
I feel
now?
like my For You page is the most positive place I can ever be.
On TikTok? Yeah.
I haven't been on TikTok in a while. Cause like
Post on TikTok, Karman. Your TikToks give me life.
Yes, they do.
Okay, see that's the thing. Like,
You have an audience now. You can't just laugh.
You know what? I'm gonna need a clip from this so I can post it on TikTok.
Yeah, I'll give you a clip.
Hell yeah.
I was thinking like getting clips and then like posting them like on Insta, Twitter, or whatnot to get
like,
more.
On your personal page or like your...
If people hear like that,
on, like,
it's interesting.
The actual page for like the NextKaller Podcast, and then maybe like I'd like retweet it or like it or whatnot or whatever. But no, definitely, I could definitely do that for you. Cause like, I don't know. Cause like I was on TikTok for a while, but then here's what happened. Like
Okay,
I was getting so in my head, so I was like, maybe, because I was trying to find meaning for my life, I was like, universe, give me a fucking sign. What am I supposed to do, And so I was like on TikTok. I'm like, maybe I'll get big off of TikTok. Maybe I should be a social media star or whatnot.
Ooh,
That's why I kept on posting on TikTok and like seeing like people actually like watch and like comment, even though it wasn't a lot of people. I was just like, whoa, this is cool.
The small following gets you seen.
No, exactly. But here's the thing that got me pissed, and I never want to do it again. Was like, cause I was like, I'm not even gonna lie, no cap. I was like, feel type of way about like, I have a friend named Lindsay. Lindsay, if you ever watch this, hi Lindsay. I'm jealous of you, bitch, because we were in the same major, we graduated and whatnot, and like she was in New York for like an internship and all that. But like afterwards, she started posting on TikTok, and now this bitch, I haven't checked, but like months ago. When I checked, she had like 10.1k followers out of nowhere.
I have 13. Like, fucking kill me.
Oh, 13 followers?
13, not 13k.
I'm about to say,
No, I have 13
Let's
followers.
make it right now. She's been hiding it from us.
y'all should see the look at my
I got
face,
13k
yo.
posting. I was like, why are you staring at me like
I was like 13k.
You're impressed
We
with
will
that?
Shit.
We was going to stop this
It's the
to make a TikTok. We was going to stop this to make a TikTok that should be at 13K.
No, I can't.
Like,
No, 13.
No, seriously, because I thought you meant 13k. I'm like, it has to be the tits, y'all.
No,
Like,
1 3, just 13.
She needs to
11,
do
12,
that TikTok where
13
they're like,
followers.
they're like this and shit.
Are we crushing watermelons?
Yeah, or like the ones who like just put things in their cleavage and it stays there because there's like this or some shit. But like, but I only have like 200. Like
only 200.
But I will say though, I was actually proud of that at the time because TikTok is the only social media following where I have more followers than the people I'm following.
Dude, I freaking
that doesn't
I
happen.
like got excited about my likes. I was like, oh my god,
Right?
like
Cause like what? Someone like
I can't handle.
I think I have like
If I post something and it gets like 2 likes, I'm like,
no one likes me.
Oh
And maybe
my God.
we'll make more on.
I can't.
See, but no, that's what was happening because later on, I was like, well, how come she's getting big and I'm not? And then I was thinking, I was like, how
like,
come
people
this-
don't like me.
And like I was putting in effort into like some TikToks and like those one got like maybe 3 likes and then the random non shit that like I didn't plan at all like that could more likes.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't like my friend Lindsay had 10k followers all of a sudden. I'm like, how can I get there? And I was like, and then I got so negative in my headset. I'm like, on my mindset, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Fuck
We
TikTok.
could
It's about to be banning me.
definitely,
Fuck TikTok. So
Well,
that's how I was.
Sorry,
we could-
TikTok, I like you.
We could
If
definitely
you want to sponsor, I love you.
we could definitely though like freaking make a TikTok off our sound talking about TikTok.
No,
Like,
Just you do a little dance to
and then,
it.
right? And then we'll fucking blow up follow podcast. Like,
Because yeah, a lot of people, if you have like a good sound or like a good like dance, like if you make up a dance and it becomes like trendy, boom, you're
this
good.
guy, I seen a guy, he was doing like the secretary walk. Like, you know how
Secretary.
like
POV, like
they-
secretary at your high school.
yeah, they
Oh.
they're like wow, they have their back bent.
It's
they
so
turn
spot
their
on
head.
every time.
Dude, like every time. And he blew up. He works at fucking Starbucks. Like,
Yeah. Oh, see, that's another thing about TikTok though. Because I was like, even if I had a big following on TikTok, that doesn't necessarily mean like money. Like, if you have a big following on
I don't
YouTube,
think you get a lot
you
of
can
money
make money
from
off on YouTube. But TikTok, yeah, you have to have sponsors,
Yeah.
or like if you make a following there, what your goal is to try to get those followers to go on another platform,
Like
where
donate
you can
some-
make
I don't
money or
know.
something like
Or,
that.
like
you know?
promote
it's
your
all about,
stuff
like,
on
your
there.
promotions and
Oh,
people
yeah.
just sponsor you. Like the coldest, that water bottle brand. They've been getting
I've seen a lot of
TikTokers.
YouTubers with that.
I've seen a lot of
They've been getting a lot of TikTok.
Or at the
to
beginning
promote their brand.
of like Instagram, where there's like those sugar gummy bear hair things or
I've
whatever.
never tried those.
Me neither, but they were like
Just
everywhere. I remember that because she's trying to get someone to go with us.
She used to
to go
fucking
with
buy the
her.
shit out of Sephora, all places like.
Or Ulta.
I don't have money to spend on vitamins. That might not work.
I know. I'll see.
If
That's
they
why
have to overhype them like that,
You
I don't
can-
think it works.
You can eat right and put the right
Drink water.
type of products in your hair.
Exactly.
You know, like all you have to do is change your regimen, change your diet, and then you can see those results.
But people, they like easy. They don't do hard.
Me.
Okay, like that. Okay, that's another thing I want to touch
money
on.
on products. That's not gonna work.
Oh. See, like another thing I learned during this whole quarantine time is like when I see like people who, well, I was like also envious, and I was thinking like maybe I should like go onto YouTube or do something like on the social media world, because as soon as like quarantine hit and people lost their jobs and they didn't know how they were gonna pay for shit, but like people who were like online on YouTube, they stream or whatnot, they don't have to worry about that, you know, they're good. I'm just like, damn, I want to be like that, or like it doesn't matter
Just
enough
get
for
into
me.
investing.
I have been actually. I found this app, not sponsored by the way. I found this app called Elvest, and it there's this I don't know her whole backstory, but it's female owned, and it's like males could use it too, but it's like more for like to educate women on how to invest and like stuff like that, you know, because usually only men. Or there's like a lot of men who like invest or in the stock markets and whatnot, and not a lot of women partake in stuff like that. So it tries to educate you, but also like what you do is like you just set up however much you want to give them like every month. So I only have $5 being sent to them every month, but they decide like where it's gonna go, and like they figure that out for you. So you don't have to think like, okay, maybe I'll put stocks here, but if they do well, maybe like I'll put my stocks in here, but is that any good
You
or
got
whatnot?
anything from it?
Like so far, I've only made, well, I haven't checked. It's been a few months. Last time I checked was like months ago, and I had like $30. When so far I only had invested $25, so I only made $5 extra. But the more you put in every month, the more you're gonna make back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's the one thing I want to get into too. Once I figure out what streams of revenue I want to do, I want to invest.
I really want to do properties. I follow this woman
Ooh,
on TikTok.
you could make money off
Dude,
that.
She has a freaking 2020 wide body Hellcat. It is so beautiful. It's a Mustang. So beautiful. And she literally just sits around and makes money because she has rental properties in Atlanta and down in Florida. And she lives somewhere completely different. But she rents out homes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But she buys those homes, like with the money that she makes from her rental properties, she buys new homes, flips them, rents them out.
Yo, you can make good money off that shit, yo.
Flipping houses? I want to do
flipping
that.
houses. Yeah, like my cousin, what he wanted to do was open his own dispensary, and then eventually when he saves up enough money, he wants to like actually buy houses, flip them, and then like rent them out.
So I've looked into that, opening your own dispensary. It's just like right now, because so many people are fighting against marijuana legalization. It's so much money to get your own like key holders badge, get your own like property, get your marijuana license, stuff like that. It's just like a lot that like they have to go through because so many people are like against that. You know, I mean, we live in a weed legal state, but like a lot of people.
Oh my god, I'm sick of hearing that shit, yo. Because anytime I meet someone, they're like, "Oh, where you from?" I'm like, "Oh, from Colorado," and they're like, "Oh, weed's legal."
It's so annoying.
Are
you high all the time?
It's
Like, you're probably getting better shit where you are when it's illegal than us getting poisonous shit when it's legal, okay?
No, exactly. But
Calm down.
They always assume that. It's like, look,
It's not
yes,
all good.
most people do smoke weed here. I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean everyone does. And
Right.
they're like, you got the weed state. I'm just like, okay, calm down, dude.
Count me out that percentage. Not me.
But well, we're coming up on our hour here already, you guys.
Damn, we talk a lot.
We do, but honestly, this is fun though. Like, I know you guys were nervous at first, but like, this honestly
I was like,
easy.
I'm gonna cry.
Y'all should, like, if you guys were to see us before we actually hit record, Errol is giggling and shit.
Yeah, like you're so nervous that you're all giddy and like.
Yeah, and then like you're like, all right, let me laugh to get the giggles out, but that just makes it even more giggles. So
We have wine though, it's not made it better.
It's
Yeah,
like, hold
that's
on, let me
true.
go to the bathroom real quick because I'm too nervous.
No, literally. But honestly, this was fun. So thank you guys for tuning in. For our listeners, this is our very first episode of the NextKaller Podcast.
Hi, Mom.
And once again, I have Marissa and Bree here. If y'all want to say bye to the audience.
Just bye.
I'll be back.
Oh, that was mysterious. I don't know what to do after that. Bye, I guess.
Well, thank you guys. We'll have another episode as soon as we can. Be sure to like, subscribe, repost this wherever you want. You know, get people on this. If you were feeling it, let us know down in the comment section. If there is a comment section, depending on wherever you're listening to this with. And eventually, maybe, you know, I know right now this is only audio. Maybe eventually we'll do video recording. We'll see.
That'll be right. Then I'll have to actually get ready.
I know. But for now, this is just audio. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. 1-800-NEXT-KALLER Podcast.
You're laughing.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.